what to say about Pan-Africanism in a few words, knowing that we'll be discussing it here. I think that for me, as a writer, I often see the Pan-Africanism like the idea we have of the solidarity amongst Africans throughout the world. The slavery and its dislocation led to the idea of gathering people of the color. Liberia was a kind of dream, but we know what happened then. But what concretely Africa nowadays, maybe that's the problem. I don't know what is Africa now. Could we be united as sang Bob Marley at that time, saying that Africa unites? Is it just okay to say that we have to be united in order to move to the Pan-Africanism? I don't know in that sense. I think also that Africa is just not a continent nowadays. We should rethink the idea of Africa, our perception of the continent, the so-called the dark continent, which is not that dark, like they said at that time. Is Africa just a map we did receive from the colonizers? Could we be united despite the overwhelming presence of the Western world with all the consequences we have been facing? Economic crisis, dictatorship, Congo, DRC, the aftermath of the genocide in Rwanda. Michel Boumatai is somewhere over there, the specialist of that question, and the conflict in the Great Lakes. What kind of relations to build nowadays between Africans and African Americans, for instance, between Africans and people from the Antilles, West Indies over there? What about the message received from Marcus Garvey, Antenor Firmin, William Du Bois, or Kwame Nkrumah, to name just a few? For a writer, being a Pan-Africanist is just to spread the idea of Africa, just to make sure that Africa is taking the right path in order to achieve that goal of the globalization. That's why I was teaching African literature at the Collège de France. I wasn't committed by the French people to teach African literature. I could have taught my creative writing. Everything would have been good. People would have come over there in order to become writers. But I needed to explain mainly to French people that the Africa they taught us was wrong. And in order to have the Pan-Africanism, we need to make a lot of research about a lot of fields. I saw here the movie, but literature, bande dessinée, sculpture, arts. In every field, we need to look for, to seek what kind of elements we can pick in order to create the desire of Africa. Finally, for me, Pan-Africanism is the desire, how to create or to increase for the people who think that the desire is so huge and overwhelming, so they don't know what to do with the rest of that idea. We need to create that desire. Creating the desire means to teach to the Africans or the people who like Africa how we were like put apart during the rendezvous, which should have maybe fulfilled at that time with the other people. So I am not the kind of writer who is thrilled to see the Africanism everywhere. Sometime when it's everywhere, it's going to be a kind of propaganda. So we need to separate propaganda from Pan-Africanism. The Pan-Africanism is a real reaction, a real way to show how the African cultures are very deep, are very rooted, and we can share it with everybody, no matter, even if you're black, white, yellow, red, or rainbow, we can do everything together in order to understand how we cannot avoid the question of Africa nowadays. So I hope that during our round table, we're going to be talking about everything, and I've been just trying to take notes here and there to have this idea to share with you here, but I wasn't supposed to make this kind of discourse, and I'm sorry for this kind of broken English. Thank you very much.